Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from the norm. I've decided that I want to do a restoration on one of the G1 figures that I've got in my collection, and this will hopefully be the first of a series of update videos that I'll be doing on the restoration over the coming months. But as this is the first in the series, I wanted to just lay the background of why I want to do this figure and why this figure is in need of restoration. So I just wanted to explain how I got hold of it first, and the figure I've decided to do is G1 Ultra Magnus. Now the reason why I've decided to do restoration on this G1 Ultra Magnus is that I've been collecting the third-party sort of armor sets that you can get to upgrade Ultra Magnuses. I mean, like in my Magnus shelf here, I've got Meb Suitor and City Commander, and I've just recently received that new Fans Project TRF-07 blue armor set, which is their City Commander Mark II armor set for my Classics Ultra Magnus. So I've got one of those, and I've also ordered Planet X's Polo, which is the a white version of their Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime, but it also comes with an armor set that you put on it to make it into an Ultra Magnus. So I thought, well, if I'm getting all the third-party add-on armor sets, I need to restore my my old G1 figure. Now, as you can see, this is the one with the plastic wheels. It's got the plastic feet, the short smokestack. So it's the later issue of the Prime, and it's in pretty poor condition. I mean, it's got no glass in the windows, hasn't got a painted face, it's badly sun faded on a number of the parts. The accessories are missing for it, the decals are a bit tatty, but I have been touching up the chrome part. I've touched up the smokestacks, the grille, the bumper. I've even given him sort of chrome fuel tanks with my Molotow liquid chrome marker pen. But this figure, I got it back in actually, is it 3 years ago? I've had it for 3 years. I got it in February 2015. I got it at an NEC Toy Fair, and I paid £5 for it. And he's in not great condition, but I got hold of him, and then later on, at another NEC Toy Fair in September 2016, I got hold of the trailer section. Now, it's still got the price tag on it, £6.50, but I actually paid £6 for this. And together, obviously, they make the large. They make the truck, but this guy is missing all of his accessories, and I mean all of his accessories. I mean, all I've got currently is the white cab and the trailer. Now, the trailer itself, again, is not in great condition. It's got sun fading on some of the blue parts. There's damage on them little tags here that when you fold the shoulders round, they clip into here, so they're broken on both sides. And also, there's a little bit of damage on one of the clips there. So again, it's not in the best of condition. So this is what I'm starting off with. This is what I've got to work with. Now, the thing is, I mean, I paid £11 to get these bits so far. And the thing about G1 Ultra Magnus is, when you look at all the accessories he's got, I mean, out of all the G1 figures, he's probably got the most number of accessories to go with him. I mean, he's got no less than 12 accessories that go with him, or parts. So you've got the small fists for the white Prime, so that's 2 parts, and then you've got the bigger fists that go with the large Magnus, so that's 4 fists. You then got the missile launchers. You've got 2 launchers and 2 missiles. That's another 4 parts, and then you've got the bits that go to make the Magnus body. You've got that waist cab connector thing. You've got the chest piece. You've got the helmet, the Magnus head that goes over the top of the white Prime, and then you've got the gun. So that's 12 pieces that you need to buy in order to restore the basic cab and trailer. Now, the thing is, when it comes to restoring old toys, I've done it before. I've done it a couple of times with my RC car collection, and I've taken what is basically a basket case RC car. It's just a gutted chassis, and I've bought parts and I've fixed it up and turned it into nearly a new thing. And the sense of achievement you get from restoring an old toy back to, you know, near enough prime condition is very gratifying. However, Ultra Magnus, especially this one, given the condition of the trailer and the cab unit, restoring it back to, you know, once you've restored it and got all the bits and possibly added some retro labels to it, it will not be in, you know, pristine condition, because it will always have these faded parts on it, and obviously you're going to have to do some repairs on the trailer as well. So is it really worth doing? Now the real kicker when restoring a G1 Ultra Magnus is buying all the parts. Now, I've been on eBay just before I sat down to do this video, and I've looked at all the prices of the parts that I need to get. So that's 12 parts, and I've priced them up, getting the cheapest possible prices, and bearing in mind not all the parts are available from UK sellers. I mean, some of them are available from European or American sellers, and then you've got to take the shipping into account. So I've totted it all up, and if I was to go onto eBay now and buy all the parts I needed to restore this Ultra Magnus at the prices, the cheapest prices possible that are currently available to me, it would cost me nearly £89 to get all the parts. I mean, it's like £88.74 to get all the parts at the current prices. So 80 quid to restore this. It's complete and utter folly to spend that kind of money to restore something which at the end of the day would not be a perfect pristine figure. And you know, for probably half that amount, for like say 45-50 quid, you could buy a complete Ultra Magnus with all its bits in better condition, and you know, you wouldn't have to go through the rigmarole of having to buy all the parts in separately. So why would I even want to attempt to restore this figure back to, you know, complete condition? So yeah, it's folly to even attempt it. But me being the mad fool that I am, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. But I'm going to try and do it on a budget. And when I say that, I mean, I want to try and get the parts for as cheap as I possibly can. I think the minimum price you can expect to get the parts for is about £3 each. And, you know, if you was to do that, then you'd be looking at a minimum of £36 just to buy the parts at £3 each. But I've already made a start on this process, and I've ordered some bits already. So I've got hold of the chest piece. I've got the gun. I've got the waist connector, and I've got one of the small white prime fists. So I've got 4 parts already, and like I said, I only paid £11.48 for those parts. So I got them for less than, I mean, I think I paid £2.99 for that. I paid yeah, £2.99 for the fist, and I got these two together for £5.50 the pair. So I got them in for slightly less than what I'm prepared, you know, what I would want to pay for these parts. But that still means I've got to get the rest of them. So yeah, there is that. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this as a project, because it's probably going to take time for me to troll through eBay and then find these parts available at the prices I'm willing to pay for them at, you know, that the £3 mark. So it's going to take time to get the bits together. I've still got another 8 parts to get. I mean, the missiles and the missile launchers. I still need the rest of the fists as well. So, and there is this hope that I will see somebody who's got a job lot of parts, you know, on eBay, where they've got like 5 or 6 different parts and they're selling them as a job lot, and then you tot up the price of the parts and the shipping, and then you divide it by however many parts are in it, and if it comes to a reasonable price, then I'll go for it. And I probably might, if I see the parts going slightly more expensive, let's say for like £4 each, or maybe even £5, depending on what the parts are, I might be prepared to go that little bit extra just to get the bits, especially when it's getting down to the end of the game, when it's just the remaining pieces I need to get. And also I need to get some repro labels for it at some point. So yeah, I'm going to be looking at restoring my G1 Ultra Magnus this year, and I wanted to do a little video update series to go into it. Just putting back quickly to truck mode. So yeah, G1 Ultra Magnus, hopefully this year I will restore him back to something like a complete figure. So yeah, that's the first video in my G1 Ultra Magnus restoration series, such as it is. Whether I can get all the parts at the minimum price, I don't know. We'll have to see. If anybody out there's got any spare Ultra Magnus parts that they're willing to let go, then I'll be interested in buying them. Or alternatively, I've still got the leftovers from the Tom Henson bot lot up in the attic. About 70 odd bots that I don't know what I'm doing with, and I will be willing to use them as trade collateral if someone was willing to sort me out some suitable Ultra Magnus parts. So I would be willing to do that as well as an alternative to try and keep the costs down. But yeah, so yeah, that's it. That's me. I've been TFR Wilderness, a little video that I've just decided to throw up, and little project that I've got on the go for this year. So hopefully you've found this video interesting, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-da.